everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Josh.
and we are
Broken
the
Stars
Stars
Foundation.
Foundation. Today we're going to talk little bits about depression, signs that you might not notice in people, and just a little bit on the subject of what is depression. So, have you got anything that you want to say to everybody, or anything you want to share with anyone?
Well, I suffered with depression for a long time, quite a very long time. I started feeling depressed somewhere around between I was 12, 13 years old, probably before that, and it's affected me every day ever since. That was when it first started. It was nowhere near as bad as where it is now, but it it has a detrimental effect on my daily life and how I think and view things. It affects me in a way where I don't want to leave my bedroom half the time. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to socialize. It's it's painful not only physically but mentally, emotionally. It just doesn't it stops you feeling any sort of joy. It saps the life out of all the things that you'd usually find enjoyable.
Yeah.
Um, but there are ways to remedy that. Like I mentioned about anxiety, music and gaming help me. Seeing family members like nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters, my mom, my grandparents, things like that. Reading a book. Artwork is a great way to express how you're feeling. Like even even things like coloring books, things like that. I actually have a I do have a coloring book, but it's designed for mental health. Um, Mental health victims, things is the other.
It's a stress-free one. I think you've got. Use
Yeah,
that stress-free.
to de-stress. I'm not entirely sure.
Yes, Quinn, your opinion is valued too. We will interview you later.
Sorry about that. But yeah, like depression can mean a lot of things to different people depending on who you are and sometimes how bad it can be for certain people. For me, I've been suffering for a very long time since. Do you know, I can't even give an age because it's been so long. But obviously, I think it hit more as I went to high school. I think I was in like year nine, the end of year eight, year nine, it hit me worse. Obviously, a lot of people out there will know what high school's like, and obviously, that's why it hit me more. And then everything that happened to me during that time, and then it's just like I have my ways of dealing with it. Like I do my artwork, or I write my book, or um, I do a lot of other things to help with it. Um, but yeah, so I have my coping mechanisms. It's just like with depression though, sometimes it can feel like, as Josh said, like you don't want to get up, you don't have that motivation to get out of bed on a morning or afternoon, or you sleep too much sometimes, or you can't sleep as well. So it's either like too much sleep or too less sleep. Um, as well, it's like you lose interest in a lot of your hobbies, which is what happened to me for a very long time until I found my passion for my hobbies again. And it's a lot of, for me, bailing on a lot of friends of like they ask me to go out or they ask me to do this. It's, oh, I'm busy, I'm doing this, or I've got something to do, or not this time, I don't feel very well. It's like them are some of the signs. Any for you?
There's so many. Depression. There are the key symptoms of depression. Lots of ways depression can affect lots of people. Depression affects, should I say? Depression affects as many as one in three people. So obviously the pair of us are depressed most of the time, but we try to get by as we do. We have the therapy pets. We have the therapy dog and the therapy cats. Um, and they help us get through the day, as well as the other different mechanisms we have of coping with it. I myself personally don't actually know what my coping mechanisms are per se, but I would put it down mostly to the dog, music, gaming, and spending time with my family. Those are what I would remedy it with. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, Becky.
It's alright. No, like I says, it can differ from person to person, but the one, like, what is it, like sign or
Symptom?
something like that. I don't know the word for it, but there's a couple of friends that you ask, oh, are you okay today? It's like politeness, and they're like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Like, the majority of them are not fine. They just say they're fine, so you go off the subject because they don't really want to engage in that conversation. And as well, I noticed for me is when you ask them if they're okay, is to look in their eyes, and the majority of the time, if they're saying, oh yeah, I'm fine, but you can see in their eyes that they're not fine. Like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like this look that they give when they say that they're fine, but they're not. Like, anybody can wear a fake smile, pretend that they're fine, try and convince themselves that they're fine, but 9 out of 10 times, like, it's like,
It's a facade
Yeah.
to not interrupt or disturb other people.
yeah, because you just don't want that engagement with other people. You want to be by yourself, like, and then everything when you're by yourself, or even sometimes when you're with people as well, a lot of things run through your head, and then you start listening to that little voice inside your head that's telling you that you're not worth it, that you're ugly, that you're fat, etc., etc., that you need to be this way and you'll never be this way, you'll never achieve your dreams, etc. You start listening to that, and I think that is the worst time for me. That happens a lot as well, but I have my ways of ignoring that and my determination to do what I want to do, to ignore that voice. What about you?
It's somewhat harder for me because it affects everybody in different ways. Albeit the key signs. Whereas I find it a lot harder to overcome those boundaries that hold me back. Whereas like I'm feeling really low, someone asks me if I'm okay. I say, yeah, I'm fine. But internally, I need to tell them that I'm not okay and that I'm falling apart. But I'm too scared to do that.
Yeah.
So, albeit subconsciously, consciously, I'm too afraid to do that because I don't want people to judge me. I don't want people to look down on me and think, oh, I'm weak, or I'm just being a worrywart, or I'm looking for attention. Because a lot of people get mistaken for attention seekers when they're actually trying to reach out for help.
Yeah, I think with the society today, I think it's a bit worse with like depression and what have you with men, because obviously it's more common for a woman to show her emotions, to cry here, there, and everywhere. Like, you get what I mean, like to cry and to show her emotions. But for a guy, I understand that it can be quite hard for them to, because obviously you gotta be the manly type, etc. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that like society today has put this stamp on men that they can't show their emotions, whereas they actually can.
It's not just that. It's just anyone in general. Like I mentioned before, 1 in 3 people will have depression or some sort of other mental health issue, but depression being the most common cause. 54% of young people that have depression won't speak up about it because they're too afraid.
Yeah.
They're afraid of judgment, rejection, persecution, things like this.
Yeah.
And we're not for stats, but it's overwhelming how many people actually suffer with this behind closed doors, and how many people actually do need help, even though and anyone could say they're okay. Anybody could put on a mask and say, I'm this, but sometimes it's a lot better to open up and to say, look, I feel awful. I have these regretful thoughts, intrusive thoughts, thoughts of various precarious situations that I won't mention for reasons, but it is sometimes it's better to just say, look, I need some help.
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. I want to tear my hair out. I need help.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with admitting
That you need help.
that that you need support, because everybody needs support at least once in their life with anything.
No matter who you are, everybody has their downfall.
And there is a term that I like to remember. It's how the weak shall be mighty, and I think that refers to, I think it's either David and Goliath or something else.
I have no
King
idea.
George and the Dragon, I think it was. I'm not entirely sure, but moral of the story, it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah. So I know it's like overused a lot, like, oh, it's okay not to be okay, but
It's become much of a cliche recently.
yeah,
hasn't it?
it has become a cliche, but there is truth behind that cliche saying. Like, it is okay to show the world who you are. Don't hide yourself from the world. Be who you are.
We want to bring meaning back to, it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. We're here to, like we've mentioned in previous videos, build our community to help each other.
Yeah.
To not just talk to us, but for everyone to speak to each other as well. And that's what we aim for, because we have these problems as well. So we're not just some stats readers that's sitting reading off Google. We actually have the personal experience, so we know what it's like.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely know what it's like, that through them dark times of growing up. I think like your teenage years is the worst part for like depression and that, with all this like heavy burdens on you. But I think, I'm not saying it gets easier as you get older, but in my experience has a little bit got easier for me, but not as much. I'd say from like 100, it's like 1% got better for me than it was when I was a teenager in high school. And yeah.
I think it's more that it never gets any easier. You just, as you grow older, you find better ways to cope with it and deal with it.
Yeah.
Because many different things can make a person depressed. Like I mentioned, sometimes tying my shoelaces wrong upsets me. But that could be down to OCD. I don't know, but it's growing up as a teenager with depression is really painful, because obviously you're a young adult, you're growing, there's all these raging hormones, and the last thing you want to have is this crushing feeling of 100 bricks on your shoulders, and
feeling like you're not good enough.
Exactly, feeling completely worthless and feeling like you're invisible to everybody else, and that you don't want to
Burden other people with. What I used to say is, I don't want to burden people with my problems.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of other people say the same thing, but I used to think like that. I never used to bother anybody, and I bottled it up, and that turned out badly for me, because I ended up making some regretful decisions. Excuse my grammar. And I don't necessarily regret the decisions I made. I'm remorseful about them, but they made me the person I am today. Even if I do still have some quirks here or there, everyone does, and it's okay to not be okay.
Because even in imperfect, it says I am perfect. Even though like there is not one standard of perfect. There's different types. It's just you're perfect to yourself. Feel that? Am I making sense?
Yes, yes. As a wise man once told me, there are as many dimensions as there are versions of perfect, and I am but one of them.
Everyone's perfect in their own way. It's basically what I was trying to say.
Any size, shape, or form.
No, obviously, like, I'm having to stand slightly forward from Josh because Josh is quite small, like, in height, so I'm trying to, like, even, like, make him look not so short, so, like, it's, like, the height difference. It's, like, I'm nearly, like, 6 foot and you're, like, 5'9".
9.
He's, like, 5'9" and I'm nearly, like, 6 foot, and, like, I'm not, like, the skinniest girl out there. I'm not the like, I haven't got a pretty face. My hair, like, I brushed my hair, like, I wake up in the morning, you just see me when I wake up, and my hair in a bun in a mess, and then I'm just, like, walking around the flat just, like this. So, yeah, like, we're not, like, nobody's perfect at all.
Nobody is the idealistic form of perfect.
Yeah, like...
The idealistic form of perfect would exist in an ideal world, and we live in a far from ideal world.
Yeah. So what we're trying to say is, like, the depression in general, it can affect many different people. They can have many different symptoms. It's just that we want to raise awareness to people that the suffering and that, like, you're not alone in the world. There are a lot of people out there that will stand up, that will voice their opinions and voice on the matters on depression. So yeah.
Oh god. Anxiety. My anxiety is one. But
See, like, speaking to Josh, and I've persuaded him to do a vlog once a week, so you guys can see what it's like for Josh, who suffers with various different mental health problems, but the main ones are like his depression and his anxiety and social anxiety. And he'll be showing what it's like for him on a daily basis trying to go out in public and how he feels, and how that affects him. So you'll have a better understanding of what it's like with somebody who deals with anxiety, social anxiety and depression, if you don't know what it's like.
it'll be basically a first-person experience.
Yeah.
We're still planning on getting the equipment we need to do that, but I'm just gonna stick with doing it with my phone from the time being. So, yeah.
Those lights work really bright.
But yeah, no, we will be. We decided that we are going to be uploading some bloopers as well from the failed attempts at making videos where we've just attempted to be serious and cracked up.
Yeah, because when we're together, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of our family will know that when we're together, like, there is a lot of what's called banter. It's called banter, isn't it?
I'm the Archbishop of Banterbury, so
Yeah.
expect.
There's a lot of, like, banter and laughter between us because, like, that's who we are. We've known each other for so, like, I'm 23, I'm 24 this year, you're 23, so we've known each other since we was, like, 11 years old. Wow.
Now, for anybody that may be confused, even though Becky has stated that we are siblings, it's because I am adopted. I am with Becky's mom adopted me quite a while ago.
Yeah, but a lot of people say that I look like the adopted one and he looks like my mom.
That's because I inherited mom's good looks, you see.
But yeah, going back on topic, like, yeah, like, have fun watching those bloopers because they're probably going to be swearing in it, I'm not gonna lie. But
Lots of censorship.
yeah, but anyway, no matter where you are in the world, who you are, what you look like, just know that you matter to somebody, and if you don't have anybody around you, that you matter to us and that we will be there for the best that we can for you. We want to help you not feel so, sorry for my language, but shit. Not feel shit about yourself and think that you're worthless, because we will be there to help you, as it says, the best we can.
If a person's in a demon's or what's bringing them down, then we will be those white knights in shining armor to defeat those demons. We are here for you.
Sword. Yeah, right. We thank you for watching the video.
And we hope you will like, share, and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment on any suggestions or recommendations.
And yeah, well, we will see you in the next video, which will most likely be Josh's vlog. So thank you. Bye.
Bye.